I chose the name Generations with my sister to honor my mother. The three of us are generational to Schoharie, along with my grandmother and her mother. I've been an antique dealer for 45 years, and I've always dealt in quilts. I love old quilts, and tumbling block has always been my favorite because it presents an optical illusion. You can look at it one way and you can see stars, or you can look at it the other way and you can see the blocks, or you can look at it another way and you can see the blocks switch. It's very interesting.
Well, the quilt block is formed of two pieces of plywood that are 4 by 8 size. You have to decide, okay, how do we put these tumbling blocks on them? What are the colors? Why are we doing this? How do we do it? I mean, and then you get into the nitty-gritty. You put tape down, you paint one block, and then you have to take the tape up, and then you have to wait for it to dry. That takes a day. So, it's not something that you do in one day. You do this over a period of a week. So it's a process.
And I might add that at home, he made little pieces of paper first. They were all over the dining room table for weeks while he arranged the whole thing. I like being part of a community and doing things that everyone else is doing, especially when you have a business. You like a profile that hits people when they first come in. First impressions are very important in a business.
Well, the quilt block also is very visible from the road. It's one of the first things you see when you come down Main Street, and at least I look at it all the time, and I noticed that lots of people were saying, as soon as we put it up, "Oh, I've seen your quilt block, and it looks great."
I think that the people that are attracted to the building because of the quilt block are history lovers and people who are willing to drive around to these small communities and experience what we all know is here, the ambiance. And it's just a positive thing since the flood for the village, for the communities that have gone into this.
Well, we've driven around Schoharie County and followed the quilt block trail, and it's really interesting to see what people have come up with. I mean, there are some that are magnificent quilt blocks. They're on barns, they're on houses, they're all over if you look for them. And suddenly you come around a corner and boom, there's a quilt block that you've never seen before. It's great. It's really something quite significant.